hello there. It's Dsquare here with another Dawn of X review. Fallen Angels #1 dropped this week. It is the final Dawn of X #1 title. So the table is set. We get a good sense of where all of these different books are going. And the Fallen Angels to me reminds me a lot of what X-Force used to be. It doesn't exactly parallel with it, but there's a lot of similarities. It is very noirish, very dark. The artwork follows suit with that, and that's where I'm going to actually start with this one. I have some major complaint about the artwork. Now, again, if you like that darker noir look and feeling, you may completely disagree with me here, but to me, I like my comic book pages to be colorful, to pop off the page, to be detailed, and for you to know exactly what you're looking at. I do have a specific complaint that I will share with you here only because I do not believe it reveals any spoilers. And that is that there is a shot of Cable, full frontal shot of Cable, and his eyes are black. I mean, they're just black shadows on the eyes. Now, they are by a open flame, a fire, a campfire, if you will. So I do understand what the artist is going for here as far as conveying that tricky lighting that comes along with an open fire. But here's the problem. Cable has a glowing eye. So the last thing we should see if we have a full-on frontal shot of him is that both eyes are covered in darkness. We should at least see glowing in one of those eyes. So it's for that right there, the artwork, this book is going to lose pretty major points here. The story itself isn't bad, but it does remind me of kind of the New Mutant story in respect that it really has nothing to do with Krakoa and the overall status of Krakoa and the mutants living on Krakoa, and, you know, diving into any story involving, you know, some big villain coming to Krakoa or going against the mutants. We really don't get that here. This is more of an off-the-wall adventure. So, again, so that right there, the artwork, the fact that we're really just on a side quest here, it just seems like very side quest-ish. Now, I know this book, does do a good job of establishing the new Psylocke. So this is Quanon, but she's no longer going by Quanon. She has kept the name Psylocke. Now, she's not Betsy Braddock. Betsy Braddock is, of course, Captain Britain, and with Excalibur, this is actually the really real Japanese assassin ninja Quanon. So she looks exactly like the Psylocke that we've all grown up with. We've all grown up to love. So I can see what they're doing here in making sure that everybody's like, no, this character isn't going away. We still have the Psylocke that you all love, as well as the Betsy Braddock, now the new Captain Britain, and people are loving that as well. So I will give them some credit for keeping these two characters kind of relevant. They are very, very popular. They've had a very, very confusing origin story, so it is kind of good to see these two characters, Psylocke and now Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain, to see them separate and established. So for that, this book does do a good job, but the story, it hasn't quite gripped me. So considering the flaws, at least as I see them in the artwork, considering that the story hasn't gripped me, and I'm honest enough to admit it hasn't gripped me because I want to know what's going on with Krakoa. I want to know the enemies of the mutants, what's going on there, and we're not getting that here. So I'm going to score this one a 6 out of 10. Very, very mediocre to me. This will be a number one that, great, I have, but I certainly am going to take the rest out of my pull list. Fallen Angels may be something you enjoy, particularly if you want to see how they establish the new Psylocke, see how X-23 and Cable help there as well in this book. It is kind of cool how they've joined them together, but again, the story just doesn't have a whole lot of importance to me. I could be wrong. This could blow up into something major. We'll see. I'll definitely keep tabs, but it just hasn't gripped me, and I will be taking this off, or out of my pull list rather. So If you enjoy, or if you want to see the new Psylocke, you want to learn more about Cable, this younger version of Cable, you want to see what Laura Kinney's up to now that Wolverine is back, this definitely may be for you. But I am going to jump off of this one at this point. All right. Okay, guys. Well, until next time, peace and love, and we'll see you again soon.